I've seen many people struggle silently, caught in the grip of self-doubt and endless worry. Perhaps you have felt that way too, as each day brings new challenges and old fears. It can feel like every step forward is blocked by a harsh inner voice that keeps repeating, "You're not enough." That voice convinces you to hide your light and remain trapped in a cycle of uncertainty. Today we stand at a crossroads. This speech is a call to challenge that inner dialogue and to break free from its limiting hold. The words you hear now are meant to guide you toward a life of clearer hope and honest progress. They offer a path out of the maze of doubt that has kept you small for too long. Let these words remind you that even in moments of darkness, you have the power to steer yourself toward a brighter day. Open your heart to a new way of speaking to yourself, one that nurtures strength and renews your spirit. Step forward with the promise of change and let your inner voice become a source of light and guidance. What's the first thing you say to yourself when you fail? If your answer is a harsh rebuke and a dismissive comment, it's time to face the truth. Every day your inner dialogue seeps into your decisions, shapes the way you see yourself. That constant voice of doubt chips away at your confidence and dims the spark that makes you unique. It hides behind casual remarks and slips into your thoughts, often unnoticed, yet always present. You are in a toxic relationship with yourself. This voice tells you that your ideas are unworthy and your efforts are too small. It convinces you to hold back, to avoid risks, and to settle for less than what you truly deserve. Listen to your thoughts. They've been leading you in circles, trapping you in a cycle of self-doubt. When you ignore this damage, it grows, turning into an unseen barrier that stops you from reaching your potential. Today, challenge that inner voice. See it for what it is, a harmful habit that needs to change. Confront it head on. Stand before the mirror and be honest about the way you speak to yourself. Realize that the relationship you have with your inner voice is the most important one you will ever have. It shapes your every step, your decisions, and ultimately your future. Embrace this harsh truth. Let every negative word sink in until you see that change begins when you reject these false voices. Look into your reflection and recognize the strength waiting to emerge. Every word you tell yourself leaves a mark that runs deeper than skin. If your self-talk is filled with doubt, your life will be filled with limits. Each negative phrase, every harsh sentence builds an invisible barrier that holds you back. It's like waking up every day to someone telling you you're not enough and believing it. This cycle of self-rebuke not only weakens your resolve, but it also shapes your actions and decisions, turning simple choices into battles against your own mind. Your internal dialogue becomes a series of unseen bruises that accumulate over time, wearing down your confidence and blurring the vision of who you could be. Consider for a moment, if someone spoke to your child the way you speak to yourself, would you tolerate it? You wouldn't allow those words to go unchallenged. These scars, though hidden from view, impact every part of your life. They influence your relationships, your opportunities, and even the way you see your worth. Today, start noticing the effect of each word. Understand that every self-directed comment is a strike against the possibility of a freer, fuller life. Recognize these bruises for what they are and commit to mending them with kinder, more supportive language. Shift your focus from self-doubt to self-care. Replace each hurtful word with one of encouragement. Then you can begin to mend the scars and build a life free from hidden pain. Many of us believe that harsh self-talk is the fuel for progress. But you don't build strength by tearing yourself apart. Instead, beating yourself up only deepens the wounds that already hurt. Imagine a coach who pushes you to improve but never resorts to insults. A coach pushes you but doesn't insult you. Why don't you give yourself the same respect? Every time you criticize yourself, you chip away at your own potential. Instead of sparking growth, these negative words chain you to a cycle of self-doubt and regret. They create a false sense of motivation, one that fades as quickly as it comes. Is your inner critic helping you grow or just keeping you small? Consider how you would react if someone else treated you with such harshness. Would you accept it? Today, take a stand against that inner voice. Recognize that real progress comes from encouraging words and a kind mind. When you replace harsh judgments with understanding, you free yourself to try, to learn, and to succeed. Let your self-talk be a source of support, not a barrier to your progress. Reject the lie that suffering is a sign of strength. Embrace the truth that a kind word to yourself can open doors to real growth and new possibilities. Challenge the false promise that pain builds power and choose a path where care and respect lead the way. Stand firm in the knowledge that your value does not depend on your mistakes. Let self-kindness guide you forward always. Self-talk isn't occasional, it's constant. Every moment of your day, your mind is busy speaking, whether you notice it or not. This habitual chatter often goes unchecked because it runs on autopilot. Over time, these repeated phrases become a default setting, influencing your feelings and actions without you realizing their power. Think about how your mood shifts based on the words you use on yourself. When's the last time you checked what you were saying to yourself on autopilot? Chances are, you've let these words shape your views without giving them a second thought. Recognize that this internal habit formed over many years can be reset. Under self-talk as a routine part of life is the first step to gaining control over it. Today, commit to noticing your words and gradually replacing the harmful ones with those that lift you up and guide you toward a clearer, kinder outlook now. You've been listening long enough, it's time to start speaking. Your mind is a microphone. It's time to take it off mute. Today, choose to replace self-doubt with words that uplift and build you up. Recognize that every thought you express can lead to a better tomorrow. Let your voice be a tool for progress, not a source of pain. Imagine a life where your words empower your actions and shape a future filled with hope and strength. What would your life look like if your voice became your weapon instead of your wound? Speak now and boldly claim your power. Have you ever felt weighed down by a relentless inner voice, as if every step forward is met with doubt and hesitation? It's easy to feel lost when the challenges seem endless and the pressure to keep up overwhelms you. Today you have a chance to break free from that cycle. In this speech, you'll find clear steps that shift your thinking, turning everyday struggles and opportunities for growth. You will learn how to transform old habits into fresh. Start one that empowers you to take control of your life. This is not about erasing the past, it's about rewriting your present with simple, direct actions that build a brighter future. Each word is meant to spark change and help you see that your inner strength is waiting to be unleashed. Get ready to step into a life where you control the story, where every setback fuels your rise, and where your true potential shines through. Today we flip the script. Today is not just another day on the calendar. It is a declaration of who you are becoming. The idea of a new start is not a do-over. It is a powerful reset. When you wake up, remember you're not broken. You're not behind. You're becoming. Every moment is a chance to rewrite your story, not by erasing the past, but by taking control of the present. Picture your life as a garden that needs careful tending. This is not a quick fix, it's a mental detox that clears away old habits and harmful thoughts. With every breath, you plant seeds of strength and growth. No matter what happened yesterday, today you have the power to grow. Embrace this new beginning as the moment to leave behind limits and welcome a future defined by your choices. Let this day be your reset, a firm step toward the life you are building, one decision at a time. Every day you might find yourself drifting through life on autopilot, unaware of the hidden dialogue in your mind. You can't change what you don't notice. Imagine living as if you were a passenger watching your life unfold without truly engaging. Now picture turning on the light in a room you've lived in darkness. That light is awareness. It shines on every thought and habit that has held you back. Begin by listening to your thoughts like they belong to someone else, with curiosity instead of judgment. Notice the automatic words that discourage you and ask why they have such power. When you start to see these patterns, you can choose to replace doubt with hope. This shift from autopilot to awareness is the first step to reclaiming control. Every small moment of mindfulness builds a strong foundation for change. Today, make a promise to be present every moment, to notice and choose words that push you closer to the life you desire. When negative thoughts arise, the knee-jerk reaction is often harsh judgment. But judgment builds walls, while curiosity opens doors. What if your thoughts weren't wrong, but simply old habits that no longer serve you? When you meet your inner voice with curiosity, you create space for real growth. Instead of locking yourself away with blame, ask, what can I learn from this? Every harsh word against yourself only deepens the divide between who you are and who you can be. Growth doesn't come from shame, it comes from understanding. Imagine if you treated your thoughts like a friend who needs guidance rather than a foe to be defeated. This gentle exploration replaces the cycle of self-condemnation with a path toward self-discovery. By choosing curiosity over judgment, you open the door to progress in a kinder way of moving forward. Every moment you spend understanding your inner dialogue is a step toward breaking free from limitations and building a better tomorrow. When negativity creeps in, a simple set of questions can break the cycle. Would I say this to my best friend? When I let someone say it to me, what would I say instead? Stop. Ask rewire. These three questions are your emergency brake. Use them to pause and reset your inner dialogue. In that pause, you gain the power to choose words that lift you up rather than tear you down. Instead of reacting automatically, take a moment to reflect on the true value of what you're about to say. Every time you ask these questions, you step away from old habits and redirect your mind toward kindness and strength. This practice transforms harsh self-talk into a moment of mindful clarity. Use these questions as a tool to interrupt negative thoughts and replace them with a more supportive inner voice. Let this method be a constant reminder that you control your response. And with each pause, you pave the way for progress. Often the words you choose shape the path you walk. Instead of saying, I can't handle this, try saying, I'm learning how to rise through this. Your words are instructions to your future. They set the tone for how you face challenges and build your life. When you change your language, you change your mindset. Speak as if you are constructing a better life with each word, replacing limits with hope. Every phrase you utter can open a door to new possibilities. Let each word be a building block for a stronger, more confident self. Start now by choosing language that inspires progress and leaves room for growth. Speak with intention and let your words guide you to a brighter future. Remember, a fresh start is not a finish line, but a mindset to return to again and again. Day one is a place you return to, not run from. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep showing up. Each day offers a new chance to reset, learn, and grow. As you move forward, hold tight to the belief that progress comes from ongoing effort. Let every sunrise remind you of your strength and the endless opportunities ahead. Make today the beginning of a new journey and keep that spirit alive with every step you take. Imagine that every word you speak is a tiny seed planted in the rich soil of your mind. In this garden of thoughts, some seeds grow into strong, nourishing plants while others choke out life. When you choose your words, you decide what will take root. Picture it this way. Speak weeds, and you will see a garden overrun with doubt. Speak fruit, and you nurture growth that lasts. Now think if someone trailed you around, echoing every word you utter. Would that echo reveal strength and hope or shrink in defeat? Your words matter. They don't simply describe your reality, they build it. Each sentence you share is a brick in the foundation of your identity. A kind word can lift you higher, while a careless remark creates cracks in your self-belief. The power to shape your future lies in what you say today. Over the next few days, you will learn to harness that power by choosing each word with care. Your language will no longer be passive or accidental. It will be a deliberate tool that sculpts who you are. Every word counts, so choose them wisely and watch as your inner garden blossoms into a vibrant expression of your true self. This is the start of a new way to speak about your life, a shift that opens the door to lasting change. Stop saying things you don't mean even when you're just joking. Often casual comments slip out without thought, planting old doubts deep within. Consider the phrase, I'm terrible at this. When spoken lightly, it becomes a self-fulfilling curse. Instead, try saying this is new and I'm learning. Such a change shifts the focus from failure to growth. Everyday language holds hidden power. A throwaway joke can set limits that hold you back. The things you say in passing can echo inside, building walls around your true potential. When you speak carelessly, you let doubt take root. But when you speak with intention, every word becomes a step toward a stronger you. Imagine how much impact your daily words have on your life. Instead of repeating past mistakes, choose words that spark hope and possibility. Take a moment each day to catch your thoughts and correct the careless ones. Make it a habit to replace self-doubt with gentle encouragement. Speak like every word matters, because it does, and let your language become a clear guide toward a future filled with learning and growth. It's not about shouting affirmations, it's about shifting beliefs. When you say I'm stuck, you lock yourself in a cycle of doubt. Instead, try saying I'm experimenting with a new way forward. Think of belief as a muscle, and your words as the reps that strengthen it. Focus on the small wins, no matter how tiny they seem, and let each honest admission of progress build your inner strength. Your internal dialogue should not dwell on what is missing, but celebrate what is growing. Picture yourself lifting weights. You may not notice every rep immediately, yet over time they add strength. Each positive sentence is a rep that builds your resolve. When challenges arise and doubts creep in, replace negative thoughts with the proof of your own progress. Track every success, however small, and let your language reflect that truth. Your journey is marked by these little victories. Every word you choose is a vote for the future you want to see. Let your voice serve as a daily reminder that progress is happening step by deliberate step. Well, don't talk like the person you've been taught, like the person you're building. The language of your future is shaped by the words you choose today. Instead of echoing past pain, let your speech reflect the power of what lies ahead. When you catch yourself saying, I always mess this up, reframe it to I'm developing mastery through experience. Picture the person you want to become: strong, focused, and full of promise. And lastly, let that image guide your words. Your language should be a bridge between who you are now and who you aim to be. Every sentence becomes a step forward, laying the foundation for real change. As you speak about your goals and dreams, you are charting a course toward the life you envision. Use your words to paint a future that is bright and full of possibility. Speak with the confidence of someone who already holds their destiny in their hands, and watch your reality shift with every word. It's not what you say once, it's what you say always. Say it until you believe it. Then say it louder. Every day, your words build who you are. Like layers of paint, each phrase adds depth to your identity. Imperfection is natural, but repetition refines and strengthens. The true power lies in the habit of showing up again and again. Each word you repeat reinforces your inner strength and shapes your future. Embrace the process, knowing that progress is built one word at a time. Let your speech be steady and true, reinforcing the best parts of you. Keep speaking until your vision becomes your reality. Who gave your inner critic a microphone? Think about that for a moment. That harsh voice that tells you you're not enough is not truth, it is merely a fearful echo from past pain. You wouldn't take life advice from a bully, yet you've been listening to one for years. It's not your intuition, it's your insecurity dressed up in a voice you've heard too long. This critic feeds on old wounds and plays on your deepest fears, trying to convince you that failure is your only destiny. Every time it speaks, it sows doubt and diminishes your strength. But what if you stop lending it power? What if you recognize that this inner bully is nothing more than a remnant of outdated beliefs? A shadow that no longer holds sway over you. Instead of accepting its lies, challenge every negative word with the truth of your potential. Do not let this voice dictate your path or confine your dreams. Stand up and reclaim your space by confronting its unfounded claims. Remember, the voice that undermines you has no real power. It is simply a byproduct of past hurts, a story you no longer need to believe. Every time you silence this false narrative, you take back a piece of your life and open the door to real growth. Now's the moment to break free and take control of your thoughts. Your strength lies beyond this bully. You deserve a future built on courage and self-belief, not fear and doubt. Rise up and silence that false voice with the truth of who you truly are. Every challenge you overcome weakens its grip and builds the real power inside you. Today you choose strength over fear, and your voice will shape a brighter tomorrow. Stand tall and reclaim your life. Your inner critic is not an inherent part of you, it is something that was forced upon you. The inner critic didn't come from you, it came at you. It is a collection of voices from your past, echoing outdated beliefs and old wounds. Picture it as an old echo still bouncing around in a room you've long outgrown. This voice was formed by harsh words and negative messages from people who never saw your true worth. It clings to the remnants of pain meant to keep you safe, but instead locked you in fear. Ask yourself why you're trusting a voice built by people who didn't believe in you. Understand that every harsh remark you remember is not a reflection of your reality, but an inheritance of pain. It is time to separate your own truth from these borrowed words. No longer let the echo of past hurts define your future. Challenge the source of this negativity by recognizing it for what it is, a legacy of false judgments. Embrace the understanding that you are not the sum of others' doubts. Instead, you are a work in progress, free to build your own truth from scratch. Let this realization be the first step toward liberation. Recognize the critic as a relic of a time when you were vulnerable. And now you hold the power to leave that behind. It is your turn to speak a new truth, one built on self-respect and the promise of your own potential. Now silence it, challenge it, replace it. When that negative voice intrudes, follow these 3 steps. First, name it. Identify the moment when the harsh words begin. Say to yourself, there it is again, and recognize that the voice is not truth, but a trick of old fear. Second, challenge it. Confront the statement with a firm, clear counter. When the critic whispers, you'll never get this right, respond immediately, that's not truth. That's trauma, and I refuse to let it hold me down. Third, replace it. Immediately substitute the negative thought with a more constructive one. For example, change I'm not good enough into I'm learning and growing every day. This method works like a mental reset button. Every time the critic shows up, do not cower, confront it with the power of your own voice. Practice this system repeatedly until it becomes automatic. Picture yourself as a commander in your own mind, directing every thought with precision. When the negative words try to dominate, assert control with clarity and resolve. Use these steps as your battle plan. Name the lie, challenge its false claims, and replace it with the truth that empowers you. No longer will the inner critic dictate your actions. Instead, you will take charge, turning moments of doubt into opportunities for strength. This method is not about silencing emotions, but about reclaiming your mental space. Each time you execute these steps, you weaken the critic's hold and build a fortress of self-assurance. Remember, your thoughts are yours to command, and every small victory strengthens your inner resolve. Every time you follow this process, you send a message: you control your mind, not old pain. Use this technique to build mental discipline and trust. Stay and let your strength through every challenge. From this moment, declare a 24-hour challenge. No self-critical thought escapes your notice. For the next 24 hours, catch every negative word and counter it immediately. When that harsh voice tries to speak, snatch the mic back and replace it with strength. This is your mental boot camp, an all-out battle against doubt. You are in charge. Push through every moment with focus and determination. No negative thought stays unchecked. Take control and show that you are the master of your mind. Embrace this challenge as a chance to prove your strength and rewrite your dialogue. Today, lead change right now. This isn't just mindset work, it's work expected motion. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your inner resolve. Train your thoughts every day and watch them build unshakable discipline. Speak truth into your life until your identity reflects the power you hold. Take charge of your mind. Rise above and never settle. Your voice is a match. Your words are sparks. Every syllable you utter carries the power to ignite a long dormant fire within you. Imagine that your destiny is waiting like dry tinder ready to burst into flame. What would your life look like if every word you spoke pushed you closer to what you were born to do? When you speak, you don't just fill the air with noise, you set a course. Your voice isn't meant for idle chatter, it is a declaration of purpose. Every time you open your mouth, you choose whether to fan the embers of your dreams or let them die out in silence. Speak as if your future is listening, because it is. In every conversation with yourself, know that you are not merely describing your world, you are creating it. Let your words be deliberate, vivid, and full of passion. They are not accidental sounds, but the building blocks of the life you wish to lead. The language you use is not trivial, it is the very substance of your destiny. It is time to awaken that inner fire. Embrace the truth that your voice is your power, and let it lead you to the life you've always imagined. Stop minimizing, stop apologizing, start declaring. Too often you let small language shrink your grand vision. When you say I hope, or maybe you quietly resign yourself to limits. What would change if you only spoke what served your purpose? Instead of muttering, I kind of want to help people, stand tall and say, I'm here to change lives. Every casual, self-deprecating phrase chips away at the vast potential within you. The safe words you choose may seem harmless, yet they are the chains that bind your dreams. They reduce the grand tapestry of your ambition to a series of half-hearted wishes. Bold speech is not arrogance, it is an act of courage. Refuse to let timid language dictate the scale of your dreams. Replace doubts with declarations. Let each word resonate with the power to break through barriers and expand your vision. Today, decide that you will speak with clarity and intent, knowing that your language has the strength to transform your world. Words shape focus. Focus shapes effort. Effort shapes destiny. Your mouth is the pen writing the blueprint of your future. Every word you choose directs your energy and builds the framework of your life. Consider the cause and effect of your speech. When you articulate your desires with conviction, you set in motion a plan of action that gathers momentum. Words are not mere expressions of thought. They are the archetype of reality. They mold your mindset, direct your efforts, and ultimately carve out your legacy. Think of your language as a powerful tool for leadership, one that not only communicates your dreams, but also mobilizes the resources needed to achieve them. Each carefully chosen phrase is a brick laid in the foundation of your future. So ask yourself, what future are your words building brick by brick? Harness this power by speaking with purpose and watch as your focus crystallizes into unstoppable action. Create the phrase that calls you forward even on your hardest day. Design a power phrase that encapsulates your deepest calling. A short and strong affirmation that aligns with your vision. For example, declare, I speak life. I build legacy. I lead with vision. This is not just a catchy saying, it is a daily reminder of who you are and where you are headed. Ask yourself, what do you want your words to do for you and for the world? Let this phrase be the beacon that guides your actions when doubt creeps in and your path seems uncertain. Speak it. Believe it. Build it. Every declaration you make is like a drop of water that over time carves its mark into stone. Purpose isn't found, it's spoken into existence. When you commit to your words through relentless repetition, you begin to see the transformation they bring. Let your voice be the steady drumbeat of change, turning small declarations into a resounding anthem of growth. You've shown up. You've spoken truth. You've rewired your voice. Reflect on the journey from the whisper of doubt to the war cry of determination. Once your inner voice was a source of limitation, a destructive echo that undermined every step you took. Now celebrate the transformation. Your voice is no longer an enemy, it has become your armor and fuel. Look back at the days when negative self-talk ruled your mind and ask yourself, are you proud of how you talk to yourself now? Every time you replaced a whisper of fear with a shout of purpose, you rewrote your narrative. Embrace the strength that comes from this new sound, a sound that now commands respect, propels you forward, and fortifies your resolve. Today, honor the progress you've made by letting your voice ring out like a war cry that echoes with power and promise. This is not a challenge. This is a commitment, a lifetime strategy for living with purpose. The energy you've cultivated over the past week is not a fleeting trend. It is the foundation for every day that follows. Will you choose to speak life even when no one's clapping? Understand that this isn't a performance, it's the engine that drives you. The language you use daily is the maintenance that keeps your inner fire burning. As you move forward, let your voice remind you of your strength and let it be the constant in a world of change. Your new approach to self-talk is the blueprint for lasting success. Embrace the discipline of consistent, positive speech and watch as it becomes an inseparable part of your identity. Every word is a building block, each phrase a step toward a future crafted by intention. Begin each day with intention. In the morning, declare, today I lead with clarity and strength. At midday, pause and ask, what am I saying to myself right now and is it helpful? As the night falls, affirm, I'm proud of how I showed up today. Let your words bookend your day with purpose. Though consistency might not feel glamorous, it is the quiet force behind lasting change. With every conscious word, you fortify your resolve and cement the transformation into your daily life. This ritual practice faithfully becomes the steady heartbeat of your progress. A reminder that every day is a new opportunity to shape your destiny. Imagine the impact when you extend this power outward. What if the way you speak to others could shift their entire day? The transformation you've achieved within yourself now becomes your gift to the world. When you speak to someone, offer them the same kindness and strength you've learned to foster in your own life. Become the voice of belief for those who still struggle with their own doubts. Let your words serve as a mirror that reflects power rather than pain. As you uplift others, you create a ripple effect that spreads hope and possibility far beyond your immediate circle. I don't wait for motivation. I speak it into existence. I speak strength. I speak direction. I speak life. This is your now. See it in my declaration you make as a promise to your future, a constant reminder that you hold the power to transform your world. This is not a 7-day experiment. This is a new identity. Every day, your words, write your words, chapter by chapter, belief by belief. Ask yourself, are you ready to speak life every day no matter what? Embrace the truth that the transformation you experience isn't confined to a single week. It is a permanent shift in who you are. Your voice has evolved from a whisper of self-doubt into a commanding force of intention and purpose. Now, every word you speak reinforces that new identity. Own your power by making a daily commitment to use language that reflects the incredible person you are becoming. Let each conversation be an act of self-affirmation, a step toward a future defined by strength and clarity. Self-talk is not about ego, it's about power. You don't just speak language, you build legacy with it. Talk like a person who's designing their life because you are. Replace old, passive thinking with active, purposeful speech. Every word you articulate is a tool that carves your destiny. When you speak with conviction, you dismantle the habits of being replaced with actions that lead to success. Step into your role as the architect of your life. Recognize that every statement you make is a conscious choice that shapes your reality. Today, choose to speak with authority and build the future you deserve. Transformation isn't built in a moment. It's built in motion. Over the next 30 days, commit to a disciplined practice of conscious self-talk. Each morning, set a power phrase that steers your day. At midday, check in with yourself, reflect on your words, and adjust them if needed. At night, review your day and affirm your progress. Use a journal to track how your voice shifts from doubt to determination. Ask yourself, what did I say to myself today that shaped me for better or worse? Let this challenge become your pathway to deeper transformation. With every conscious choice, you cement new habits that replace old limitations. Embrace the discipline of daily reflection and watch as your voice grows stronger and more intentional with every passing day. Speak growth into others and let them hold you to your greatness. Think about who in your life needs to hear the kind of empowering words you've learned to speak to yourself. Your voice is not just an echo of your inner thoughts. It is a ripple that can transform the lives of those around you. When you share your journey and extend kindness, you create a community of strength and support. Let your language inspire and uplift others, and in doing so, watch your own growth multiply. You have the power to be a beacon of hope and a source of motivation for others. Reach out, share your story, and let your voice spark change in the world. I don't wait for motivation. I speak it into existence. I speak strength. I speak direction. I speak life. This is who you are now. Say it and live it. As you step forward, remember that the work you've done within has built an unshakable foundation for your future. You've created a new language of promise to yourself that will carry you through every challenge. Every declaration you make reinforces your new identity. And every word is a testament to your enduring strength. This is not a challenge, it's a new identity. The journey you embarked on over these past days is now a permanent part of who you are. Your words write your story chapter by chapter, belief by belief. Are you ready to speak life every day, no matter what? Embrace the power of your transformed voice and let it guide every step you take. Every morning, remind yourself that you are in control. Replace passive thinking with active speaking, knowing that each word is a deliberate tool for building your legacy. Your language is your power, and it will continue to shape the future you design. Self-talk is not about ego, it's about power. You don't just speak language, you build legacy with it. Talk like a person who's designing their life, because you are. For the next 30 days, challenge yourself to maintain voice discipline. Each day, set a clear intention, check in with your words, and review your progress with honest reflection. Ask, what did I say today that moved me forward? Embrace the discipline of consistency and let it anchor your transformation. This practice is not merely about the words, it's about the actions they inspire. With every day that passes, your new voice grows stronger and more resilient, propelling you toward a future filled with purpose and promise. Speak growth into others and let them reflect your strength back to you. Who in your life needs to hear the empowering words you've learned to speak to yourself? Your voice is a ripple capable of sparking change beyond your own journey. By sharing your newfound language of possibility, you help others break free from their own limitations. Encourage, uplift, and be the mirror that reflects power instead of pain. Together we can create a network of voices that celebrate life and build a legacy of hope. You've done the work. You've changed the voice. Now protect it. Don't let the old voice win again. You've written a new language, now speak the life it promises.